Welcome to Mortgage Lending Mastery, the world's longest running podcast in the mortgage industry. I'm your host, Lady Jen Du Plessis, with over 4 decades of mortgage, real estate, and financial services experience, providing the knowledge you need to advance your mortgage practice quickly and efficiently. Hey there, Lady Jen Du Plessis again. Welcome to another Jen's Dots. Today, I want to talk to you about time blocking versus activity blocking. There's this DNA and heredity that happens in the mortgage business. My manager used to do it, his manager used to do it, their manager used to do it, and some guy told him to do it, years ago. And so this trickle down DNA has happened to us where we feel that the activities that we're doing every single day, if we just work hard enough, we work in that hustle, that it's going to get us results. And I have to tell you, the great Les Brown says, if you're casual about your business will become a casualty. And I know I discovered this many years ago. I thought, I'm busy. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing. I call it eating soup with a fork. And I'll let that sit in. Eating soup with a fork. At the end of the day, you're exhausted. At the end of the day, you're not fulfilled. At the end of the day, your pockets aren't filled. But that's what someone told you to do. Go out, make calls, make cold calls, do one-to-ones, sponsor networks, go to open houses, go to broker opens, call all your clients all the time, buy leads, do social media posts, all of it. And this flurry of activity makes you exhausted if it's not intentional, right? Focus-driven, intentional activities that move the needle on your business every single day. Are all the activities that you're doing moving the needle, or are they simply activities? Because I want you to focus on only the activity that will move the needle, and all the rest of them can wait. And this is what we've just learned, is to be this. And when I discovered this, through Les Brown's quote of if you're casual about your business will become a casualty. I realized, what am I casual about? Am I casual about my core values? Do I even have them? You would not believe how many people I coach, and I say, what are some of your core values? And they ask me, family? Is that a core value of mine? Well, I don't know. These are your non-negotiables, your principles from which you are guided. But I was there too. And you might be there as well. Mine was family. One of them was family. And yet I was working the 8 days a week that I talk about all the time. And I was working till midnight, and I had so many dinners by myself and so many cold dinners and so many dinners I just didn't bother doing, and excuses for why I missed everything because I was tied to my business. I was working in and on my business. I certainly wasn't living above and beyond my business. And I realized, wow, maybe I am casual about my core values. Maybe I'm casual about my business and skimming the surface every day with these flurry of activities. And then I started realizing, hey, I wonder if my referral partners are casual about their business. And that would be out of alignment with me. I should ask them, how casual are they about their business? Are they skimming? Should I observe? Should I ask questions? Should I meet them and ask questions? And did I want to align with those people anymore? And I decided that I didn't. And I cut a lot of people out and said, wait a minute, these are my core values. And if their core values align with mine, they don't have to be the same, but if they align with mine, if they understand that I have a family and children, and if they understand that on Sundays I don't work, and they don't respond to me like one agent did one time and say, well, I called her after church and I turned my phone on and I contacted her, and she goes, well, never mind, I gave it to somebody else. And I decided I didn't want to work with her, and I did not. And I just was done. I'm not going to work with her. She can't. And by the way, she was a Christian woman who led a youth leadership thing, and she didn't understand that and she knew this. I'm in church for an hour every Sunday. And you couldn't wait an hour, maybe 40 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. You couldn't wait. You don't have that kind of time in your life to be able to be working with those types of people, because it will create activity without results, an activity that just wears you down, and they're abusing it with you. Yeah. So I started looking at this and going, okay, am I casual about my core values? Am I casual about my um, relationships that I have, my business relationship? Am I casual about my vision? Am I really clear on it? And what it really led me to was, what I want is I want an elite business. And I started developing that, but I started looking up what is my definition of elite? What does, online, the Gospel of Google say about elite? And how did I want to carry myself in my business so that I was operating in an elite status? And if you've ever heard me speak on stage, I talk about this story quite extensively and what I did to change that so that I had an elite business and how it excelled and just exploded my results. And I stopped doing all these activities that weren't moving the needle on my business. I stopped working with the wrong people and started working with the right people. And I moved to a process that I now, instead of time blocking that so many use, oh, I got to time block stuff. And then the time comes and goes, right? We didn't really do anything in it. I started focusing more on the activity blocking, and it was intentional activity blocking. I call it priority management, where I was managing my priorities instead of everything being a priority. And the priorities were quite every single day. And I still do this today. Every single day I question, okay, these are my priorities, but which one will move the needle on my business? Because I do that one first. The rest are still priorities. I still have to send this email. I still have to do something. I still have to do these recordings, right? Which one is going to move my business, the needle on my business today? Do that one first and then move on to the rest of them. And so this is called activity blocking, but it's done in a way where you're doing priorities first, not all the junk stuff. And when you do activity blocking, yes, it's a time block, but it's not just a time block without a list of important priorities to take care of. It is intentional. And I do these activity blockings every single day. So every morning I have an activity block moving the needle on my business. And then I have another activity block that is for the rest of the priorities that I need to get done, but aren't necessarily moving the needle on my business. And hopefully that makes sense because yes, you could do 10 things that move the needle on your business. Great. Just one of them has to get done first in its own block. The others can get done in the secondary block. If we look at time blocking, and I don't believe in time management. I believe in priority management because we can't manage time, but I can manage my priorities in a block of time where I have a list of the activities I want to do that move the needle in my business first and then take care of my clients second. Because if all you're doing is taking care of your clients, you're soon going to look up and you're not going to have a business. So think of it in terms of activity blocking so it doesn't drag you down. It doesn't anchor you out. Oh, I hate that time blocking stuff. No, this is activity blocking. But again, not the activities that are eating like it's like eating soup with a fork. You want these to be super intentional, super focused activities. So here's your action item today is one, set up a recurring every single day, move the needle activity block. Move the needle activity block every single day, same time, before or after your huddle, I would probably do it before the huddle with your team every day. Because after the huddle, you might have to take some very specific actions with clients that aren't providing documents, aren't responding to phone calls. You have some things that you have to do, restructuring alone. So do it before the huddle. What is this one thing that I need to do today that you've been, saying, gosh, I have to do a testimonial for a real estate agent because that'll move the needle on my business because now the law of reciprocity will come back and they'll think, oh, that has to be done. Or what will move the needle on my business? Learning a new product. What will move that needle? Or calling 10 people, right? The first and 10 do it again. That moves the needle and inviting them to an event that you have. That will move the needle. Then go to your huddle, and then the rest of your day, you can do some other work. So first thing is do your move the needle time block every single day. And every day you're going to be going in and editing that time, that activity block. And in that activity block, you're going to say, what is the thing you're going to do today to move the needle on your business? And it might not be an actionable item. It might be writing your bio in a way that doesn't look like everybody else's bio on every single website that you see. They're all the same, right? It might be changing your bio so that it attracts people, and that's moving the needle on your business. The second thing I want you to do is create another activity block where you fill in for all the rest of the activities. You're only going to do these a couple times a day where you're focused on getting things done instead of trying to get everything done all day long. This will open up your schedule for you to make phone calls to clients and see how they're doing, to do annual reviews, to schedule one-to-ones with real estate agents and other referral partners. So it's an activity block that is very specific, and you list, again, you'll open these up on occasion every day throughout the week, and you'll edit them and you'll pop an item into that activity block. So when you get to that activity block and you open it up, you know exactly what you're going to be doing, instead of going, well, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, so I'll just do other eating soup with a fork activities. So I hope that's helpful. Again, I cannot wait. Whenever we post these things, I love seeing the comments below. So I'd love to see the comments on how you implemented this. What did you discover? And again, if you are interested in having a conversation about coaching with me, please contact us. We have some information below. We have some in the outro. Love to have a conversation with you. Not everybody will qualify to work with me, but I'm happy to have a conversation to help you solve one problem that you have. So pick up the phone. Let's have that conversation, and I'll catch you on the next episode of Mortgage Lending Mastery. Thank you for joining Mortgage Lending Mastery. If you found value in today's conversation and would like to get support, simply go to supportfromjen.com. That's supportfromjen.com, or reach out to me on social media. Keep watching and listening for more insider secrets, stories, strategies, and ideas to help you become a master in your business.